Hello, good evening, Internet. Welcome back. It's Thursday evening. One very special update for today, and that update is that I cooked today. I know it's not something out of the world or not something which nobody does, but it's kind of rare for me to cook because the last time I remember cooking something, more so specifically a sambar, which is one of our staple dishes, is I think so about 4 or 5 years back to be more precise. And I was just like, I was seriously like laughing at myself when I was preparing it. As much as I wanted, I didn't have like 100% freedom about doing this because, again, it was only myself, my wife, my kid, and my dad at home, and this was specifically being prepared so that it'll accommodate my dad's lunch. But my wife was like a bit reluctant or like bit kind of skeptical about how things would turn out with me doing it after like so long time. So she was trying to interfere and trying to put certain things which I was not putting, or put certain things more or less and all that stuff. But eventually it came out well. I mean, I know I cooked for almost like 1.5 year continuously when I was in UK, so it's not something which I'm doing it for the first time. But again, I presume it turned out well. My mom and my aunt will tell it, and like probably like even my wife, because she didn't have lunch at home today, so she'll be having it for dinner now. So let them confirm. But kind of like that feel good factor, because I did this after a long time. I know if somewhere in like early part of the lockdown, way back in I think May or something, that was the last time when I had cooked, and that was a sweet. Okay, and that was I think what Shahi Tukda. Yeah, that was what I had prepared. It's a dessert made up of bread and milk made and all those stuff. Extremely sweet dish that I had prepared. So I don't even I can't even imagine how sweet and how heavy and how overloaded it was. Like almost for the next, I would presume, for a week or two, we could still feel that the overdosage of sugar after eating that. That's what I had prepared during the early phases of lockdown. Anyway, the sambar thing is, yeah, after almost about 5 years, if I am right, and I don't even know when. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was after my marriage, but I don't remember when I had prepared it. Anyway, back to another point that I wanted to think about, or rather, to talk about, is responsibility as somebody on social media. See, there is like one side of the world we call like influencers and all those stuff, be it on Instagram or YouTube or anything related to social media, TikTok and all those stuff. And other side, you see people who are not probably really a celebrity, but they're getting closer towards this influencer category, but they have their presence felt. Okay, these are all people who fall under the digital content creators category. But as a digital content creator who has a very big following, I personally feel that you need to come to the social media with your own role and responsibility, because of late I've been following a lot of content creators who are into this biking and travel scene, and there is one specific guy whom I am kind of like following on Instagram, who is more towards Kannada blogging, Kannada motor blogging, and all those stuff. And he has this aura around him that he is the best, and he's like the one with the maximum number of followers, especially on the Kannada motor blogging community and all those stuff. That's fine. I mean, he's got carried away and all those things, and he does a good work, I presume. I mean, I don't want to say it and make him like too flattery, but one thing I've observed is like sometimes he encourages things which are not right. So what do I mean by that is like, see, I think yesterday he posted something in which he is riding his bike, and in front of him there are like two group of youth. Like when I say group, like two bikes, and both the bikes have like about three people riding on them, and both of them are doing wheelie. And he has posted a video in which he is like kind of appreciating what they're doing. He's following them, he's making a video of it. I mean, I really don't know if he really complained and all those stuff to the authorities because it's illegal to do a wheelie, especially in traffic and all those stuff. And again, they're riding triples, no helmet, no safety, anything, and all that stuff. But see, somebody like he has like about XX thousand followers on Instagram. People who see that, especially youngsters, they feel that okay, this person X appreciate if you do a wheelie in traffic or wheelie in middle of the road. So let me also try imitating that. Let me also get that attention, or like rather like even other way, right? Like don't even have to get an attention, but they feel that this is cool. This guy is showing it, so it is cool. So let us also start doing it. It kind of gives that kind of perspective is what I feel. It's like totally my perspective, but that is what I felt that it sends out wrong signals. Now, when it comes to wildlife and all those things, also, today he posted something just a while back. I noticed that I don't know where he is, but he and his friend are probably feeding a deer, a cheetal, with something like apple or I don't know. I can't even recognize what they're doing, but they're feeding it and they're touching it. It could be, or 99% it is something like a domestic one, or probably it is something which is there in a zoo or some closed place. But again, I'm a person who have like being a trained naturalist. The first and foremost thing that we have been taught is to never touch wildlife, because there is that tendency that that animal or the bird or that insect that you touch, the thing that you, the scent that you leave with it, it can be harmful for that animal in its own group or in its own self and all. Tapping on it, rubbing its back and all those things, maybe they're used to it because hundreds and thousands of other people do it. But again, you do it, other people think that it is cool to do it, and they also start doing it, and more people start doing it. Again, feeding is something, okay, if you really had to do it for a domesticated one, or like what is there in captivity, fine. But I personally feel he shouldn't have posted it on his Instagram of he feeding something to a deer and touching it and all, because somebody goes and sees something in the wild, they might try to do it, they might end up in trouble and all the stuff. So these are all the things, like I feel that people should be more responsible. And I'm pretty sure, like I know a lot of other motor bloggers or auto journalists who are like very specific about things related to safety, security, wearing helmet, wearing the right gear and all those stuff. They emphasize so much of it, even when they're doing casual motor vlogs or they're doing videos or anything. They keep telling about it, and that's something which I really like about them. So as a content creator, you might have 5 followers or 50 followers or 5,000 followers or maybe 50,000 followers. One thing is, you're putting content out to the public in the internet, so you need to be responsible. Okay, you just can't say like me myself and I'll do whatever I like and just post some random stuff on it and talk some random bullshit stuff on social media, because there might be people who are seeing it, there might be people who are admiring you, there might be people who are following you, and that might end up sending out wrong signals or negative signals. That's what I personally feel. So that's something which I thought like I'll talk about. The last part, probably I'll touch upon it very quickly, is regarding sleep. So another motor vlogger who is from northeast, not really northeast, he's from Orissa, a very popular guy. He had made a video about how to fix your sleeping pattern, or like how to get up early and things like that. So he says things regarding sleep early, don't have access to your mobile phone and all those things before you sleep, stay away from mobile phones, keep the alarm device far away from you and all those things. Kind of sounds easy, but I don't know how easy it is for everyone to follow, especially staying away from mobile, keeping the mobile away from you when you're sleeping, because end of the day, that's the primary alarm device people use. Like unlike when we were kids, we used to have like a dedicated alarm clocks, but nowadays your mobile itself is your alarm. And considering that, I like take my own example, I sleep with my wife and my kid, and if I keep my mobile like say 20 feet away from me, I mean I don't know if it is really practical, but like say like not next to me but like on my table, which is about 5-10 feet away from me, and morning if the alarm rings and if I actually delay it, that means that I'm actually disturbing my wife and disturbing my kid, who might end up getting up early and all. So this is the thing wherein he was talking about getting up early, like 4:30 or 5. But if you end up disturbing others in an attempt for you to wake up by keeping your alarm device like your mobile far away from you. I don't know how practical it is, but somehow felt that I need to touch up on this topic because this is something which I'm trying. Like over the last 3 days, made sure that after 11 o'clock in the night, I stayed away from social media as I promised to you on I think what Monday. So no Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube after 11 o'clock, and that means that I'm not touching my mobile for any of these things. Luckily, there has not been any messages on WhatsApp or any stuff after that from my sister or anybody in my family circle, so I didn't have to stay up to respond to them. But again, getting up early in the morning is something which is really challenging. Need to probably try sleeping early, which again is a bigger challenge because very unlikely that I've slept by around 11:30 or 12 o'clock anytime in the last 1 or 2 years. So if at all, if I really get to sleep, hit bed by 11 o'clock, that's exactly when I want to stop looking at Instagram, YouTube, and all those things. And if that leads to me getting up early, say even if it is like 5:30 or 6, that would be a biggest game changer thing for me, and that would lead to a lot of constructive things which I feel will happen. So that's something which I'm aiming for the next year. Sleep early, get up early, have a morning routine, do something more productive in the morning. And unfortunately, as I promised you, I'm not yet started reading a book, which I told that I want to do at least one book this month, but I'll definitely do it. I remember it. But few other things I'm definitely following. And again, when I meet next week, I'll tell about an update of how the week was, about all the 7 or 8 odd things that I'd promised. So I think that's it for today. Evening we had gone to my sister's place because today was the day when she had to leave her mother's place and go to her husband's place formally. So that send off was there. I think what they call it as Vidai in North India. So that happened. So we went there and just came back. So now I have to head to attend my meetings. So that's it for today. I'll catch you back tomorrow on the Friday edition of New Normal Daily Journal. Until then, take care and bye bye.